Hey there guys, what is going on? Of course, there is about 5 weeks until the release of Black Ops Cold War, and to celebrate, we are starting a little bit of a new series. Each week we are going to be taking a look at an older Call of Duty, and we're going to be messing around with it, seeing what's good, what's bad, testing out if it is a good game in context of today's sort of Call of Duty knowledge and stuff like that. Starting off with Black Ops, of course, one of the classic favorite Call of Duty games, classic banger from Treyarch, of course. Many of you probably remember this music very, very fondly. So we're just going to try and jump into some games here and we'll see how we get on. We're going to test out some stuff and we'll just have some gameplay in here. You know how we normally go. Black Ops is, of course, a very good game in my opinion still. I've actually been playing this a little bit recently and it still plays fine. Like, there's nothing really problematic about this game apart from like some balancing decisions, but apart from that, still works fine. One of the best things about this game, of course, is the fact that there is a server browser, meaning you don't just have to queue into a random lobby, you look for the lobbies that you're after. I mean, there are obviously no lobbies going on right now, and we're definitely going to have to cut this until there are people actually playing this game, so maybe a little bit later. But, I mean, the server browser is just such a good idea, man. You just look at these things and you're like, yes, absolutely, I do definitely want to be able to choose my own server and stuff like that. I mean, Australian servers are going to be a little bit harder to come by, so we'll have to wait and see until we get into some gameplay. Okay, so we are in a lobby here. This is a US server, so the ping experience and the gameplay overall is, of course, not going to be ideal, but, I mean, okay. Alrighty, so this is of course a US server. Australian servers are kind of hard to find in the middle of the day, so the gameplay isn't going to be fantastic. We're going to struggle a little bit with the ping, but we're going to do the best we can. The first thing I have noticed when I've been moving around and stuff like that is the movement's pretty janky, I'm not going to lie. Like, in this game, the movement can feel a little bit janky. Like, just holding forward, it feels like you're sort of hovering around and floating everywhere. It feels a little bit strange, I'm not going to lie. But I mean, of course, this is classic Nuketown. I mean, later on we're going to try and find an Australian server to play on. But I mean, that's probably going to be a little bit unlikely given that... I mean, there's... Ooh, a little double kill there. I mean, barely anybody is playing this game anyway, so... The odds of finding an actual Australian server on this are okay. Quite small, but... I mean, if we're looking or thinking in terms of whether the game actually functions still, like, this is still an excellent Call of Duty game. Like, as far as games go, this is pretty good, bro. Like, I mean, it would be good if there was actually people playing on this on servers that I could play on with decent ping and stuff like that, but I mean... Oh, we gotta go. We gotta go. Hello? What? Okay, that seems fine. Man, classic Nuketown does look very, very good, man. Like, this is so incredibly nostalgic. It is unbelievable. We got to get up into the top here, take out the blue. Camping in the top. Had a claymore there? That's fine. But I mean, as far as whether this works as a Call of Duty game, still, it's fine. Like, this works perfectly fine. Like, if you bought this on Steam or whatever and you were like, hey, am I going to enjoy this? I mean, if you can find a server, this is still a really good game. Like, it is what it is. Now, of course, I didn't play a lot of Black Ops as I was a little bit young at the time. But I did buy it close-ish to when it came out. And I mean, I've only got like, what, 40-ish hours in the game, which is not an awful lot, and my PC was absolutely diabolically bad back then. But I mean... I still have good memories of this game, like, just constantly just murdering... Oh, no, got pre-fired there, that's fine. Just, like, games just constantly running around with your friends, actually having a sick time with this, but, like... I mean, this game is so good. Very reminiscent of old times. Like, we got the AK-74U here, which is, of course, coming back in Cold War, which I know is a pretty powerful weapon, but I think did get nerfed a little bit since the beta was last time. And Flashbangs, still pretty good. But man, like, everybody knows this is a good game. It's always been a good game, and it will probably always continue to be a good game. Just because of how simple it is, it looks really simple. Like, the graphics are fine. Like, the graphics are never going to be anything spectacular because this game came out a long time ago, but, I mean, it looks fine. As far as, like, Call of Duty games go, this is a okay looking game still. The graphics hold up reasonably well. Probably better than anyone would expect. It's just a little bit hard for me specifically to find a game because, I mean, living in Australia is sometimes a little bit difficult for these older games and stuff, but I mean, we can do okay. It's okay. 200 ping is not actually that bad. I used to play games with like, what, 200 and... Hello? What's that man doing? With like 220 ping was like native. That was as low as it got. So I mean, a little bit of 200 ping is nothing that I haven't dealt with before. Ooh. The recoil from the AK-74U there is a little bit sketchy, but we're getting those spy planes out, we're getting those UAVs up, which is always good. You gotta help the team. In the next couple of videos, we're gonna be taking a look at some, I'd say, like less popular Call of Duty games. I mean, we got like Ghost, we got Ghost, we got Advanced Warfare there. I don't know if I'm actually gonna play Advanced Warfare. I'm undecided on that yet, but we got like a Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3. I found a game in yesterday, so. I mean, we should be able to have a decent time in a lot of these games, man. Like, we should be able to find some games and have an okay time. Which is all that we're about, really. Like, being able to celebrate these older games while a new one is very close to coming out is, of course, a very, very good thing. You're going to celebrate what you get. I mean, we're only playing against 4 people right now, which is not ideal. But, 2 people right now. That is not ideal, but, I mean, it is what it is. So I think they're still going to spawn here? Nope, they flipped. Every time we kill them, they flip. There's also a helicopter in the air that someone's got, which is making this a little bit one-sided. I mean... Oh man, how do we get killed out of a spawn trap like that? Oh, is he up? I think he might actually be upstairs, yeah. Let's get this guy. Just vibe, and he's just chilling in here. There's a lot of good guns in this game, man. Like the FAMAS, AK-74U, Commando. I mean, the snipers were kind of bad, but I mean, everything else was pretty good from memory, like. But I mean, you just rock that FAMAS, you get that super high fire rate. Better than the FAMAS in Modern Warfare right now. The recoil on a lot of these guns is still super significant. But I mean, this is a very, very good game, like. There's not much really else I can say about it. It is just still actually fun, somehow. I mean, this was like peak Call of Duty back in the day, man. Like, Black Ops 2 is also a super good game. We didn't manage to find a game of that when we were trying out yesterday, but, I mean, it's still an option. Still an option for the boys, and it's so super fun, so... I mean, I think we'll wrap this one up here to celebrate Black Ops. I think we had a very good time here. I mean, Black Ops is still a good game. I mean, it's probably a little bit expensive if you're trying to buy it on Steam or something like that or whatever, but, I mean, if you got it, give it a test out. Maybe people are still playing it, you never know. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching this. Hopefully, we do continue in this little new series. Hopefully, you guys do keep supporting it because, I mean, the support from you guys has continued to be absolutely fantastic recently. As usual, I think we're up to, like, what, 3,150 subscribers now, which is very significant. Like, that's a big old number. And it means a lot that you guys are still supporting me. And yeah. Make sure you hit that subscribe button with those notifications turned on if you haven't already done so, in case you don't want to miss out on the upcoming episodes in this or any of the Cold War content that we're going to have very, very soon, of course, when that game does drop in about 5 weeks or so. Jump off the thing here. And of course, I will see you in the next one. Bye!